Yo, what is up guys? Google TV. I am back with another video. Gonna do two videos in one day because I have today and tomorrow off, but tomorrow is actually a rare day where my girlfriend Jessica is going to have the day off as well. So I don't want to dedicate a lot of time during the day tomorrow towards making new videos. So you know what, I just plan on getting it all out of the way now. The last video that I made was strictly for the positives of Legion, and so there's some things that I don't like about Legion. It's not some things, it's about two things. Two things I don't like about Legion and what we've announced so far. I had to go change up my audio a little bit because the last video I really didn't like how it sounded very echoey, so I moved the microphone. As you can see, you guys can hear me better. There's more clarity. There's a bit better of audio proportion. So yeah, so I just want to get this out of the way quickly, so that you guys can, again, you can see both videos, the positives and the negatives, and we can move forward to the next part, which is going to be discussion about where we can go from here as far as things that we think may or may not happen, things that might not be executed greatly. But the first thing I'm going to get into, and right away, what I don't like is I do not like the actual artifact weapons themselves. Now, that's not to say that I don't love the Ashbringer, or I don't love kind of what they're going for with collecting shards of Frostmourne. What I just don't like about the fact is that these are one-of-a-kind lore items, and you know, there's only one Ashbringer, there is only one Frostmourne, there is only one Doomhammer. The Doomhammer has its own lore completely by itself. You know, I get the aspect of appealing to a single-player experience, but at the same time, I kind of start to lose sympathy when it comes down to, okay, so every paladin that is a Ret paladin is going to have the Ashbringer, so that takes away from the unique. It's the whole thing of when somebody has an item and they are the only one that has that item, it is unique and it is amazing. But when you extend that into now everybody has it, it's no longer unique and amazing because everybody has it, and you start winding up just wanting to find something else to use, something else to wear, because it's not appealing to you. I foresee a lot of people actually transmogrifying away from their Ashbringers. I see lots of people thinking, oh, I'm going to wear T2 Paladin with Ashbringer, I'm going to look so cool. And then they're going to be in town with the armada of other Paladins and T2 Ashbringer. They're going, you know what, I'm going to transmog. I want my character to stand out. I want to feel different. That is literally the only bone I have to pick with this artifact system, is that, especially initially at the beginning part of the expansion, everybody is going to be looking the same with their weapons. I know that that'll start to change up as people unlock new skins, new dyes. Things will start to look different, and that's where people will be able to have a little bit more flavor. It's just my personal preference that I hope that it would have been, you know, for example, why do we look back so fondly on Loctalar, or Benediction? We look back on those as great items because of the fact that they were the hunter item, they were the priest item. You know, people looked at Shadowmourne, oh, okay, that's cool because it's legendary, and because only warriors DKs, you know, they made up lore behind an item to make it cool, and I think they could have done that for every single spec, every single class. They could have literally just come up with a cool model, a cool sword, whatever it was, spun a little bit of lore behind it. You know, some of the lore they've come up with for this stuff is pretty cool. The sword and shield for protection warriors that is made from the scales of the aspect of the earth himself. That is fucking badass, and I love that. I just don't think that incorporating Ashbringer, Frostmourne, Doomhammer, these iconic weapons in the Warcraft universe, I'm not a fan of it. The second thing that I don't like, call me crazy about this, I just don't like the fact that we're going to have Dalaran as a main city, and I'll tell you why I don't like that. It's already confusing enough as it is when you try and go through each of the different bits of the lore, and this is strictly from a lore perspective. Dalaran as a city is fine, it's great. I enjoy going back to it every time that I do go back to it, but the one thing I don't like about it is that in the lore, Dalaran, I believe, has already returned to its original spot that it was, and you know, there's a crater for it, but it's actually there in real time. And then now we're gonna have 2 Dallarans in WoW, where there's one in Wrath and there's one in Legion, and they're both gonna look different. Call me pessimistic, I guess, for me thinking that this is literally just Blizzard catering to the nostalgia factor for people. Oh, Dalaran's gonna be main city. I played WoW when Dalaran was a main city. I love Dalaran. So, I mean, I get it, and I understand it, but that doesn't mean I have to like it, and I don't like it. I think they could have done better as far as if they're going to do a sanctuary. I'm sure that there could have been like a Legion stronghold put together by Khadgar and maybe the Guardians of Tirisfal. Sorry, that's not right. There's a different count. Anyway, whatever. Point is that I think that they could have been unique and made a new place. Again, I mean, Shatrath wasn't, you know, this place that everybody knew exactly what it was going to look like when it showed up in BC. You know, it showed up and it was what it was, and people loved it, and people still go back there. And I mean, same thing for Dalaran. People have been clamoring to go to Dalaran, and then they did it, and they're like, wow, this looks really cool. I really like this. So I think they could have created something new, something more unique. But those are just my 2 main gripes so far with the information. That is a lot better than with Warlords of Draenor. Warlords of Draenor, the story confused the living hell out of me. Where are we going to be? Draenor, orcs everywhere. I mean, there was a lot of things to nitpick and dislike. Even though at BlizzCon the crowd was very, very receptive to it, you could tell that there were a lot of questions, there was a lot of doubt, and I think for an initial expansion reveal, there'd only really be 2 things that bug me, at least, that has me very, very optimistic about the upcoming expansion. We'll talk in the next video about what we should be concerned about with the information that they've announced, things that might not go exactly as planned. Thank you guys for watching again. Hope you guys enjoyed getting 2 videos in one day. And hey, I learned a lesson from my first video. The audio for the second video is going to be much, much, much better. Thank you guys for watching. I'll post something up either on the weekend or next week when I get another day off. I'm going to be having a lot of days off coming up. And Diablo Season 4 is around the corner. So I'm going to be streaming a lot of Diablo Season 4. You guys can follow me on Twitch, and I will leave the link for you guys below. And I will also be making content for Diablo, making a lot of Diablo videos. I will be playing Demon Hunter for Season 4. And I'll be posting up build videos, farm videos. So if you guys like Diablo content, stay tuned. I will be pulling back a little bit from the World of Warcraft. Probably only playing it off stream, just to get caught up with the Legendary. I'd just like to finish my Legendary ring, to finish off WoD, finish off the expansion, dedicate myself off to playing some other games, especially on the stream. And then, as more Legion news comes out, we'll talk about it in videos. We can talk about it in chat on Twitch. Other than that, you guys know what to expect from me in the future. Thanks again, guys, and I'll chat you soon.